Hey, what's going on, everybody out there? Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to jump on and talk about a few things real quick. First and foremost, a huge thank you to everybody involved last night. The Joe Cronin Show Monday Night Raw review went on. Our streak, the Joe Cronin Show, is alive and well. And I want to thank everybody who was involved in making it happen. I hosted it on my channel, if you don't know, right here on The Dead on Dave. And it went really well. Tommy C worked his fucking ass off. You know, people want to talk shit about Tommy sometimes. Let me tell you, there is not one person in our network, and our little family of podcasters, our little community that I know that works harder at delivering a product than Tommy C. Can it be a little much sometimes? Sure. But you know what? The guy gets the fucking job done. Plain and simple. And he works. Nobody cares more than Tommy C. Let me tell you, and he did a great fucking job last night, handling the calls, hanging up on some of you assholes who wanted to call in and troll or just, you know, be annoying. Tommy did a great job busting some balls. We had a real good night. You guys got me to, as of right now, 112 subscriptions. I went from 40 to 112, or 60 to 112, and I got to say thank you. You know, you guys have shown me that I have a place here, that not just on the Joe Cronin Show, but on my channel as well, that I have a place that I can come on and talk bullshit with wrestling, and there's at least a few of you out there who like to hear what I have to say, and let me tell you, it means the world to me, and I appreciate it. So, and also quick thank you to Joe Cronin, of course, for giving me the opportunity to step in because, you know, Ebola about killed him. I think it was a mixture of the Ebola and the AIDS. It was the problem. But, you know, I think he has enough STDs and diseases now that they all kind of live in harmony, and he's just never going to fucking die. So, you know, immortal Joe Cronin. Woo. So, enough sucking your guys' dick. You guys were amazing. Now, we build further. We continue to go up the ladder because that's what we're doing. And we're building something real special. Because it's not just about this channel. It's about a community of people, like-minded people who love something as much as we love professional wrestling. And it's infuriating, but we love it. And we're going to continue to love it. And you guys give me that medium. You give me that voice to speak. So, again, I appreciate it. So I wanted to do this video saying thank you. And not only that, since I'm here, I might as well talk a little bit of wrestling because a few things has happened since last night. And arguably nothing bigger than this shocker of announcement. And now, this is the first I've heard of anything like this happening. I guess it's been in the works for a little while, a few weeks. Jim Ross is coming out of, I guess, semi-pseudo-retirement to call a live event for Global Force Wrestling's presentation of New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 9 on January the 4th. We're talking about Jim Ross, Jr., who, yes, he's kind of, you know, older now, but I mean, he still can get on the mic and be one of the best announcers in all of wrestling. And he's partnering with Global Force Wrestling and Jeff Jarrett, and maybe this is not just a one-time thing, and that's something that this is the biggest thing that Jeff Jarrett has done in the promotion business, arguably to date. People can say, oh, he brought Kurt Angle, or when he was in TNA, he helped bring in Kurt Angle, or he helped bring in his wife. Or he helped bring in Hardy or whatever. The reality is this is the biggest thing he's done. As a promoter, this is it. His daddy, on the other hand, great promoter, but he ain't his daddy. Jeff Jarrett, to me, has done fucking nothing as a promoter that is worthwhile. This is a big deal. This is something that's important. And, you know, this is something that is going to put some eyeballs on Global Force Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling. So it's good for them. And ultimately, it's good for the wrestling industry. Whatever draws more eyeballs to the industry is good. Is it going to be a turning point for anything of substantial, like, consequences? Probably not. I don't know if GFW is going to be anything down the line. But I'll tell you, this is a hell of a first step in just at least bridging a partnership with JR. You know, JR's got a very popular podcast. And guess what he's going to be talking about over the next 6-7 weeks until this event? That's called exposure. So this is a well-played, smart move by Jeff Jarrett. And I got to give him credit. And it's a smart move by JR, too, because, you know, there's basically no chance of really him coming back to the WWE unless it's a real special thing. For some reason, they just didn't. I don't understand it. Part of me thinks it has to be something with Michael Cole. It just has to be. I don't understand what other reasoning there could be to not have him on there in some capacity. I mean, the guy has so much knowledge. Why not have a guy like that around the business in some shape, form, or fashion? It makes no sense to me, but hey, I'm just a talking head podcaster. So, that's a huge deal, I think, and could do something. It could help in the future. Who knows? What else is going on? Oh, yes. I didn't even... Oh, well, I just completely clicked that off. That's great. The bunny. It looks like the bunny could be wrestling at Survivor Series on the pre-show. But this is just kind of a working idea. Him and Adam Rose doing something on the pre-show. We don't know if that's definite. Also, other news for Survivor Series, since the card is so small, it looks like there's going to be a match for the WWE Tag Team titles. Los Matadores, Sandow and Mizdow, the Usos, and Golden Stardust for the tag team titles. I think we talked about that. We thought there was a possibility of that happening, and it looks like that is happening. So that's not bad. It's not a bad match. Could be interesting. Those 4 teams all can work. So I'd like to see what happens there. I don't know if anybody got to actually, how many out there watched the ECW Exposed last night, but that was a pretty cool show. Just another cool thing on the network, you know. It's not a huge thing. They made it seem really big. I mean, a lot of people consider ECW the greatest thing since sliced bread, but the reality is, and we talked about this last night on the review, you know, ECW had its bright spots and had its moments, but it wasn't a giant factor other than being a proving ground. And the biggest thing that came out of ECW is Paul Heyman. He's the biggest thing that came out of ECW. Paul Heyman is going to go down as not only one of the greatest wrestling minds, one of the greatest wrestling, maybe not businessmen because he's made a bunch of bad deals over the years, but arguably one of the greatest talkers in the managerial capacity, and just overall one of the greatest managers in history. I mean, this guy has been all over. He's been doing it for a long time, and it was pretty damn awesome. So, I mean, this ECW Exposed was just basically a question and answer ceremony. You know, 30 minutes or however long they did, and that was pretty cool. And then apparently after it went off the air, they sat there and continued to answer more questions. That's pretty cool. But you know, got to give it to Paul Heyman and Joey Styles. Those two guys love to live in the past, though, so it's not a huge shocker that happened. So I just wanted to touch on those stories because they were out there. And, again, say thank you for coming back to the channel. Like, subscribe, share, follow me on @DeadOnDaveV on Twitter. And, of course, right here, hit the subscribe button. Help me out. Help you guys out. Let's get this thing going and build something together. Monetize this tomorrow night, Wednesday night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I believe it's happening. I have no idea where, what channel. It all depends on Joe Cronin. We'll see what he wants to do with that. And Tommy C. over Shot from the Point. Every day doing In the Crease with Tommy C. I'll be there tomorrow. I'm there Monday through Thursday, except on Tuesdays, because Dave Rose is on that day. And, of course, the Mothership Show, Shot from the Point Live, Sundays, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Other than that, thank you guys for all of your tweets, support, and your calls last night. You callers were amazing. You had some great calls. Had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe we'll do it again sometime. I'd like to try to start going live on SmackDowns in the future. If that's something you guys would be interested in seeing, let me know, and I will do my best to try to make that happen on a consistent basis. So just let me know what you guys think of that. If there's any questions, anything you guys want to ask, go ahead and leave it right in the comments below, and I will answer every single one of them. I answer them right fucking here, because that's what I do. So other than that, thank you guys for listening, and see you next time. Peace out.